Now, everyone's probably asking you this question all the time, but we do have a bunch of students from our producing class here with us. And a lot of them are probably curious, how do you make something thrive post-pandemic in this sort of streaming universe where festivals aren't being attended to as much? How do you react to it, and how do you make festivals and live events still something that's exciting and for something that people to still come to at this point?
Yeah, I mean, the streaming has totally changed the game, but there's still opportunities. You know, theaters are still there's a lot of movie theaters out there that are open to working with independent filmmakers. We do events at the Alamo Draft House. They're very big supporters of independent films. All these other theaters are now more open to working with independent film festivals. So there's a lot of opportunities out there. You know, you gotta have a film. It just starts with the film. You got to create something that you can get out there, and there's streaming opportunities. Speaking of streaming, there's now more opportunities than ever. There's different streaming companies that are coming out every year, and they're all in competition. They're looking for new works for content. They're giving opportunities. We work with a company called Cinelife. They work with these boutique theater houses around the country, and they provide monetary compensation for filmmakers. There's another streaming company that we work with, UKW Media, Urban TV, G-Pop TV. They're providing a revenue share opportunity for filmmakers, and we're talking to them about doing more for next year. So there are more opportunities than ever. I just came from an event today with one of our partners at a networking event, and I just met somebody they're working what's called an OTT service. It's a streaming, basically a streaming company that provides opportunities. And I was at a festival yesterday that's also now they're paying filmmakers per view. This festival called No Cool Festival, they're giving away $1 per view. So if a person watches a short film on their platform, they're giving them $1 per.
Said it was called
No Cool Festival.
Mm.
So I'm hearing there's just a lot more opportunities. There's more films being made than ever now, and so all these companies have to cater to them. They have to provide an outlet for these works, and they're all amazing. I mean, there's just so much talent out there. I always tell filmmakers, if you get rejected by 5-10 festivals, that's normal, because 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20. That's the ratio that I would go for myself when I was submitting my films as a filmmaker. If I got into that 1 out of 20, I was happy. So it's hard, but it's, if you have something that you really believe and you're passionate about, I think now there's more opportunities than ever. When I first started, it was so hard. Unless you knew somebody in these festivals, and a lot of these big top festivals are very political. It's very, very hard to get into. But now there's a lot. You guys are living in an age where you can make a movie with your phone, and there's so many different platforms to get it out there and get it seen, and make some money out of it. Back then, you couldn't make it. You couldn't make it.
Yeah, that's true. And that leads me to my last question, because I know they have so many questions of their own, which we have a lot of the narrative film production students, and they're probably just curious, what type of things are you looking for in all these festivals? Is it really story driven? Are you looking for things with diverse voices? Anything in particular that you look for in your festivals that stands out for you?
Stories that are original. We're really looking for fresh stories that haven't been told, that you haven't seen in Hollywood. What that is, I can't say right off the bat, but it's characters that are multidimensional, stories that are engaging, and it has to have good performance as well. Performance is I think it's critical for conveying the story that you're trying to tell. And diversity is always, it's always a good thing to have a different mix of people in a film, but it's not the be all and end all. We look for quality storytelling. And then there's our niche festivals, like I mentioned, New Faces, New Voices, which are more specific towards underrepresented filmmakers and filmmakers of color, and the Contra Latinx Festival, which is more focused on Latino talent.